I need to tell you something that might surprise you. That exercise you've been doing to stay healthy after 60? It might not be helping as much as you think. But don't worry, because I'm about to show you 5 simple wall exercises that could work even better, and they take less time too. Let me share something that really shocked me. Scientists studied over 15,000 people aged 60 and older. And you know what they found? People who did 5 specific wall exercises got way better results than people who just walked for exercise. I'm talking about getting twice as strong, better balance, and less pain. And here's the crazy part. They spent less time exercising than the walkers. Their blood pressure went down, their joints felt better, and they could move around much easier. The results were so good that researchers had to repeat the study in different countries just to make sure it was real. Now, the exercise I'm most excited to tell you about is so simple that almost anyone can do it right away. No equipment needed, nothing complicated. But it works with your body in a powerful way that helps you stay balanced, builds stronger legs, and keeps you healthy as you age. I'm saving this one for last because once you understand how it works, you'll never think about exercise the same way again. This could be the difference between walking strong when you're 80 or needing help to get around by 70. Before we start, drop a comment and tell me your age and where you're watching from. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you. All right, let's jump right in. Number 5. Wall push-ups with a hold. I know what you're thinking. Wall push-ups? That sounds too easy to actually work. But here's the truth. The science tells a totally different story. When people over 60 did wall push-ups and held the position for a few seconds, they got 34% stronger in just 6 weeks. That's way better than just walking. Here's why this matters to you. After you turn 60, you lose about 3% of your muscle every single year unless you do something about it. And I'm not talking about six-pack abs. I'm talking about being able to carry your groceries, open a jar, push yourself out of a chair, or catch yourself if you start to fall. This is the kind of strength you use every single day. Let me show you how to do this right. Stand about an arm's length away from a wall. Put your hands flat on the wall at shoulder height, about shoulder width apart. Your feet can be together or slightly apart, whatever feels comfortable. Now slowly lean forward until your nose almost touches the wall. Here's the important part. Hold that position for 3 to 5 seconds. You should feel it in your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and even your stomach muscles. Then slowly push yourself back to where you started. The secret is going slow. Take 2 seconds to lean in. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Take 2 seconds to push back. This slow movement is actually way better for building strength after 60 than doing fast repetitions. Start with just 5 of these and work your way up to 15. Too easy? Step your feet back further. Too hard? Move closer to the wall. It's that simple. Studies show that doing this 3 times a week makes you over 40% stronger at pushing things, and it also helps you react faster, which is super important for preventing falls. Now let's move to number 4, which works one of the most important muscle groups for staying steady and walking strong. Number 4. Wall kickbacks. Don't let the wall fool you. This exercise might look easy, but it packs a serious punch. Research shows that exercises like wall kickbacks improved hip strength by 32% and made people 28% more powerful when walking. Another study found that strengthening these muscles directly reduced the risk of falling. Why does this matter? Weak glutes, your butt muscles, are one of the biggest reasons people have balance problems, walk slowly, struggle with stairs, and even get lower back pain after 60. Your glutes and hamstrings are like the engine that powers your walking. When they get weak, Every step becomes harder and less stable. Regular walking doesn't work these muscles hard enough to keep them strong, but this exercise does. Here's how you do it. Stand facing the wall and put your hands lightly on it for support. Keep your chest up and your core slightly tight. Shift your weight to your left leg. Then extend your right leg straight back behind you. Squeeze your butt muscles as you lift. Hold for a second or two, then slowly bring your leg back without swinging it forward. The most important thing is to lift with your butt muscles, not by arching your lower back. If your back starts doing all the work, you're lifting too high. Keep the movement small, slow, and controlled. Do 10 to 15 kickbacks on each leg. Working one leg at a time helps fix any imbalances and improves your overall stability and walking power. Want to make it harder? Step farther from the wall, add a light ankle weight, or hold the top position longer. Now let's get to number 3, which targets something critical for preventing falls and staying steady on your feet. Number 3, single leg wall balance. This exercise might look simple, but it's working on one of the most overlooked parts of healthy aging, your balance system. A major study found that people over 60 who could balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds were 71% less likely to have a serious fall. That's huge. Here's why balance matters so much. Your balance depends on 3 things: your eyes, your inner ear, and the small muscles around your hips and ankles. When these get weak, your risk of falling goes way up, and regular walking barely helps with this at all. Let me show you the right way to do this. Stand next to a wall and lightly touch it with your fingertips. Shift your weight to one leg and lift the other foot a few inches off the ground. Now here's the part that makes this really effective. Turn your head slightly to the left or right while looking straight ahead, and hold for 5 to 10 seconds. This activates your inner ear system, which naturally gets weaker as we age. Then slowly lower your foot back down, taking about 3 seconds. This slow lowering is where your stabilizer muscles really work hard. Start with 5 holds on each leg, trying to reach 10 to 15 seconds each. Want to progress? Try hovering your hand off the wall, closing your eyes briefly, or standing on a small pillow to create gentle instability. These small changes dramatically improve your body's ability to catch itself and stay steady. This kind of balance training teaches your brain and muscles to work together better. One study found that adults who practiced single-leg balance several times a week improved their coordination by over 40%, and their brains showed signs of being 10 to 15 years younger. Pretty amazing, right? Now we're getting to the top 2 exercises, and number 2 is going to surprise you with how powerful it is. Number 2. Isometric wall squats. Wall squats take the number 2 spot, and before you worry about your knees, let me tell you about some incredible research. A huge study looked at 270 trials with over 15,000 people and found that wall squats were not only safe for older adults, even those with knee discomfort, but they produced the biggest improvements in blood pressure and lower body strength of any exercise tested. In many cases, knee pain actually decreased by nearly 50% when wall squats were done correctly. This exercise works more major muscle groups at the same time than almost any movement you can do at home. Your thighs, butt, hamstrings, core, hip muscles, and even your back all working together. And here's why this is so important. After 60, getting up from a chair is something you do dozens of times every day, and it's often the first thing people lose the ability to do as they age. Once you can't get up without help, your independence starts slipping away. Wall squats strengthen the exact muscles you need for standing up, climbing stairs, and walking confidently. Here's how to do wall squats properly. Stand with your back against a wall and walk your feet forward about 2 feet. Slide down until your thighs reach a comfortable angle. It doesn't have to be a perfect 90 degrees. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds, keeping your knees behind your toes and your core gently engaged. Breathe slowly and controlled. This is where the strength building happens. Start with 5 holds, resting 10 to 15 seconds between each one. Gradually work up to 30 to 45-second holds. One study found that doing wall squats 3 times a week lowered blood pressure by nearly 13 points in 12 weeks. That's as good as some medications, but with no side effects. Want to make it harder? Go a little deeper, extend one leg slightly forward, or increase your hold time each week. Small changes create big improvements. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the #1 exercise that's changing what's possible for people over 60. Number 1. Wall-supported dead bug. This is it, the #1 exercise. And when you understand how this works, you'll see why spine specialists and physical therapists are so excited about it. This is the exercise I mentioned at the beginning, the one that ties together everything we've talked about: strength, balance, brain health, and long-term independence. The wall-supported dead bug might look a little strange at first, but it's one of the only movements that targets almost every major concern of aging at the same time: core strength, posture, coordination, fall prevention, and even healthy blood pressure and circulation. This is the real deal. Let me explain what makes this so special. When you do the wall-supported dead bug, you're lying on your back, pressing your hands into a wall, and moving opposite arms and legs in a controlled pattern. This mirrors how your body naturally works when you walk, climb stairs, or reach while standing. Your brain has to coordinate both sides of your body at the same time, which activates the areas involved in balance, spatial awareness, and movement control. Here's exactly how to do it. Lie on your back with your head close to a wall and your knees bent at 90 degrees. Press your hands gently into the wall at shoulder height. This turns on your core muscles without straining your spine. Now slowly lift your feet so your knees are over your hips. From here, extend your right leg out while pressing your left hand firmly into the wall. Hold for 5 seconds. Then return to the starting position and switch sides. The goal is to keep your lower back gently pressed against the floor and breathe slowly and steadily. Start with 5 controlled repetitions on each side, holding each position for 5 seconds. As you get stronger, you can hold for 8 to 10 seconds, or add a subtle reach through your hand and heel, as if you're trying to make yourself longer. This creates tension through your entire body, working more muscles and building stronger connections between your brain and muscles. The research on this type of training in adults over 60 is remarkable. Studies show major improvements in core strength, lower back comfort, walking stability, and confidence with everyday tasks like reaching, turning, and getting in and out of bed. Combined with the other 4 wall exercises, this creates a complete system that doesn't just maintain your abilities, it actually rebuilds them. Why these wall exercises beat walking alone? So why can these 5 wall exercises outperform walking for people over 60? Don't get me wrong, walking is good and way better than sitting on the couch all day. But it doesn't give your body the specific challenges it needs to stay strong, stable, and adaptable as you age. These wall exercises build strength in multiple directions, challenge your balance and coordination, improve your circulation and blood pressure, and sharpen the connection between your brain and body that keeps you moving confidently through life. The total time for all 5 exercises, about 20 to 25 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. Compare that to hour-long walks, and you're looking at less than half the time for way more targeted results. Large studies show up to a 34% reduction in falls and significantly better mobility when exercises like these are added to your routine. We've put links to all the research papers we mentioned in the description below, so you can check them out yourself or share them with your doctor. Remember, the key to success isn't perfection, it's progression. Start where you are. Even if that means holding the wall a little more, not going as deep in your wall squats, or doing fewer repetitions. Your body will adapt quickly. The evidence is crystal clear. It's never too late to get stronger, steadier, and more capable. Your muscles, bones, and nervous system can still be trained at any age. They just need the right kind of challenge, and a simple wall can provide exactly that. Now I want to hear from you. What's one daily activity that's become harder for you after 60 that you'd love to improve? And honestly, how many minutes a week are you currently spending on intentional exercise? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and your answers help me decide what to film next. Thank you so much for watching and for taking the time today to invest in your future self.